I don't really want to get into it that much with them because we have so much other better stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
But one funny detail of this. So we talked about them on Monday.
Yeah, boy.
And we finished. I think we maybe even talked about them near the end or the middle of the show. So we talked about them at around like maybe 3 or 4 p.m. PST. Now, they're on the East Coast because they're in Quebec, right? So they're 3 hours ahead of us. So they went home. They posted this video the same day as us. They posted at like 11 p.m., 12 a.m. about 10 p.m.
12,
maybe?
12:30.
They posted it at 12:30 a.m. So these knuckleheads, and I don't know much about them, but apparently they both have families. So these dudes with families, they left their families at fucking like 10 p.m. And then they sped off to their squeaky ass little studio and met up here to shoot this and then posted it at 12 a.m. Dude, these guys know how to capitalize on some tea. But I thought that was kind of funny, that detail. Dude, wait for the morning. You know what I mean? But that was good. The other thing I want to address in it is I felt like they were pretty dishonest in the way they framed this.
A lie?
I don't. I feel these guys are such morons. I don't know why. The bridge is mutilated, by the way, if anyone's wondering. The bridge is like fully laced with TNT, and there's a train coming, and you know what I mean? It's like World War II sabotage. Like that train is going the fuck down. There's no train. There's no bridge. Like him, so I'm just gonna go lie about him assaulting me.
That is such an insanely hurtful thing to say about any woman ever. It's a very humiliating experience to go through something like that, and for anyone to assume that like someone claiming being a victim or surviving something is them like wanting to boost their ego.
So that's the edit that they made originally that we were talking about. Okay? And Olivia is being very vulnerable and she's being very emotional, and they are laughing at her. I mean, there's no really way to other interpret that. And I mean, they say, well, we were laughing at Jordan Hurd because she lied. Amber Heard, because I don't know what Jordan. I feel like I knew someone in like middle school named Jordan Hurd, and like it's still in my head somewhere. It's weird. Their defense is, we were saying that some women do lie, so that's why we showed Amber Heard. But I mean, in the essence of it is they're laughing at a girl who's being very vulnerable and very emotional, and they're laughing at her. That's literally what's happening. There's really no other way to cut it. And so the thrust of their video is that some more bullshit. Like the original title was H3 Crew accuse us of something evil. Like, all right, well, it was really mean.
Yeah.
I don't remember using the words evil.
I also just like, I don't even care if they knew that I was assaulted or not. Like, you're making fun of a girl talking about what it's like to come forward when girls are raped. Like, you were laughing at the entirety of what I was saying. That's fucked up, and I still think that that's fucked up, even if you didn't know.
It is fucked up.
Yeah, like,
it is fucked up.
Sorry.
And not only that, what they did in their video is, not only did they not take any accountability for this absolutely malicious, really nasty thing they did to Olivia, I feel like they also heaped more blame on you.
Yeah, it's like, once you did know then that something had happened to me, why do you have anything to speak on the worst thing I've ever been through? Like, why are you posting a video on your channel about, I don't know, it makes me feel icky, and I'm entitled to kind of think that they're the worst.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, yeah, of course you are. I mean, you can see just what douches they are. He knows it's fucked up. That's why they're doing this, right? They know it's fucked up.
Yeah, that's why it's funny. That's why it's so funny.
Like, why are we acting like you guys aren't giant fucking assholes for doing this?
Yeah.
Like, that's the joke. I mean, look at you guys.
You're on the floor.
Let's keep on.
Play the thing.
Go is so incredibly wrong and uninformed that like you 1,000,000% should not be making content about this because you're teaching young men who don't know anything about this, and then you're telling young women to not talk to each other, to not talk to anyone, to not tell anyone that something happened because idiots like you.
And you know what? You sound like a feminist loser. Okay, so that was all their editing. Then they do something really twisted in their new video too that I want to address. Though, if
Yeah.
I'm just going to interject.
I do.
If
I
you don't
do.
know who
I'll say it
Olivia is,
again.
she's the loser feminist researcher who
Yeah.
spends all her day on Reddit boards and thinks that's research. Okay,
Sorry, guys. I'll take it back.
mind you.
Okay, so now this is from. Is this from their new video?
No, it's included in their new video, but it's from
Okay.
the initial video.
So this is from their initial video, which they're doubling down on. So here's what he says.
That's not me editing that. They edited to the soundboard, and right in the middle of what she's talking, they started playing that shit.
That's fucked up.
That's hilarious.
That's fucked up.
I was like, yeah, you can tell her.
You know, you
Tell
can't
her.
do it.
So I saw comments of people like, "Oh, when I found out that H3 played that, that was crazy." We did not, and like
No.
the accusation is, if it's not like intentionally misleading to lie about what they did, then it's just insanely fucking.
I would never do anything like that.
Thank you so much, and I know that, Zach.
That's I played the soundbite.
And
No.
by the way, so I want to go back to that because the soundbite you played was after she was done talking, and it was perfectly timed, and it was funny, and it was good.
Yes.
So when he's like totally fine. So when he's like, "Oh, they played the soundbite in the middle of her talking," the only one that you can reasonably reference is the one that they did, and they try to say, "Oh, we didn't even do that." What the fuck?
But Sad Violin, which is what that song is called, is not even in my soundboard.
Women be trying to ruin.
It's an amateur sound.
It's an there you go. Nor would I want to demean or diminish what you're saying.
Thank you.
Yeah, so they left that ambiguous, which I think is really fucked up. They, you know, I mean, just own what you did. Don't be cowards and be like, "Hey, listen, we weren't trying to make fun of Olivia. We were just saying like." Or they say, okay, they say they're making fun of Olivia, but they're like, our point was just that Amber Heard lied. That's all. Okay.
Which all
Just-
all of it sucks. You suck.
Just accept that you're a giant fucking douchebag. At least admit that you're a douchebag.
Yeah. All they had to do is like also I don't think that they're groveling for my forgiveness, but like all they had to say was that was fucked up. Because
Yeah.
it was, and it is, and it always will be.
Yeah. That was the one thing that I think of all the stuff that they responded to us about was the most fucked up one. And this is the video they erased and disgraced. And I think a big part of it was because of the way that they patronized you.
They deleted it quick.
Yeah. And from their masterpiece called H3 Loves Black People. These guys have no fucking limit.
So no bridge.
I said that you missed it, but the bridge is
I stepped up.
it's a bridge to a fucking cliff. It's like a suicide bridge where you walk down. You think you're walking to somewhere, but you just fall off.
Sure, yeah.
See, Abin Preach, that's called comedic timing and when to know land a joke. Something you will never understand.
Ooh. Well, I don't know about that because Preach is a professional comedian, apparently.
Allegedly.
He's an alleged comedian.
Yeah.
I don't want to defame the good comedians of Quebec. He's alleged. Men's lives. It's just what they do.
I'm gonna go out of my way to lie.
I don't like him, so I'm just gonna go lie about him assaulting me.
That is such an insanely hurtful thing
So
to say
one
about
more time,
any
just to drive the point home.
woman ever. It's a very humiliating experience
So this
to
is
go
all
through
their
something
editing.
like that, and for anyone to assume
And
that like
thank you
someone
to not
claiming
Olivia
being a
by the
victim or
H3, by the way.
surviving something is them like wanting to boost their ego.
You're being naughty.
That's what.
being
And again,
naughty.
they'll
That's what that
try.
means.
They're gonna try to deny if they do respond that, dude, we weren't doing that because we knew it was fucked up. We were just laughing because it's funny. What does this mean?
Yeah.
This is how you, like, let's not fucking be obtuse about this.
Yeah. Also, they're watching the raw footage. They're not watching the funny edit that they made. They're just watching me talk. And then they paused it and then they laughed.
I question that because why else would he be laughing?
I think
I
they're
feel
just
like
laughing
Abba
at
must
me.
have edited it beforehand.
You think?
Well, because otherwise, that's like
That's just what I assume.
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
don't you do editing in post?
Absolutely. I've never done that where I edit something. Well, I mean, not like it doesn't make sense to me that he would have edited it beforehand. I
Right.
agree, but then I don't know why Preach is laughing.
That's
like
just
that.
that's how I've always read it.
And he's looking at Abba like, you did this shit.
Yeah.
Maybe he said something that they cut out.
Maybe. Or they're just giggling because they're like, oh my God, this bitch.
You can hear the playback from whatever they're watching it on.
Well-
for that slight
Oh, really?
second.
Well, they definitely edited it afterwards because the Amber Heard is overlapped over them, right? Over their video footage. If you go back 2 seconds. Yeah, if you go back.
Well,
look there. That is-
what I think he showed him the video and then he edited afterwards.
Yeah.
I think they showed this raw footage because this is the same image that was over the other one, if that makes sense. This image is overlaid after they recorded their reaction.
Yeah, I'm saying that if he made the video beforehand, they watched it on a monitor and then he put it in.
Yeah.
And then edited again.
Yeah.
I think the logic behind it makes sense too, because the way they talk about Olivia being a loser researcher who spends all her days on Reddit, I mean, they just assume she's a girl, some leftist girl who's never experienced.
She called her a
anything.
feminist too, which was the
Feminist.
cherry on top.
Yeah,
Which-
so just some girl
Girl,
talking
do you
who
really
hasn't been through anything.
do you really care about essay, you feminist loser?
No, I'm literally such a freak.
You are a freak.
Yeah.
Freak.
But that's the thing. Even following that line of thought and saying that they didn't know anything about Olivia going through anything, they never apologized in a general sense for that being fucked up. Like you said, they doubled down.
That's all I wanted really when I was like, hey, let's do this bridge building thing. 'Cause frankly, unfortunately, I had forgotten about a lot of this stuff because it's been
It's
so
so
long.
much. It's so much shit.
Yeah, there
I
was
get
a
it.
lot of back and forth.
By the way, he's Preach, right? The one that
Preach
was
is
live.
the dancing, singing
Right,
omelet
I think
of knowledge.
I think Olivia could give you some vocal lessons too.
Thank you for saying
we're
that,
coming after
Zach.
his voice. Now his voice was okay.
Nah, I'm just, but fuck
Okay.
him.
Have you heard Olivia do Toxic Gossip Train? You should you could learn or after, because if it was after, this is really crazy. I mean, it's crazy either way you cut it, but the only other options he said something super fucked up that they cut out, and then they made it.
look stupid.
Yeah.
Let's keep on.
Play the thing.
Go is so incredibly wrong and uninformed that like you 1,000,000% should not be
So,
making content about this because you're.
I'm
teaching
showing this just to
young
see how they
men who
cover
don't
their
know
asses
anything about
after
this,
it.
and then you're telling young women to not talk to each other, to not talk to anyone, to not tell anyone that something happened because idiots like you.
And you know what? You sound like a feminist loser, though. If
Yeah.
I'm just gonna interject.
I do.
If you
I
don't
do.
know who
I'll say it
Olivia is,
again.
she's the loser feminist researcher who spends all her day on Reddit boards and thinks that's research. Okay.
Sorry guys, I'll take it back.
Yeah. So, do we have that part unedited, or is it in this video even? So what wasn't working or anything?
Yeah, I was
So
trying
then-
to send a Discord.
Sorry,
message.
internet. 99.9 downtime, baby.
We're back. Chat saying-
We're running our own fucking fiber optic cable in here.
That's right.
That took months and cost a lot of money.
I mean, to be fair, it's been
It is pretty good. Yeah,
it's pretty reliable.
It is pretty
We've had it for years, and it's only gone down a handful of times.
Yeah, it is pretty. So anyway, I was talking about, I don't know where it started to stutter out, but I want to show you guys the original to show you how these cowards tried to dodge accountability. So here is when we played the soundbite.
Such an insanely hurtful thing to say about any woman ever. It's a very humiliating experience to go through something like that, and for anyone to assume that like someone claiming being a victim or surviving something is them like wanting to boost their ego is so incredibly wrong and uninformed that like you 1,000,000% should not be making content about this, because you're teaching young men who don't know anything about this, and then you're telling young women to not talk to each other, to not talk to anyone, to not tell anyone that something happened, because idiots like you, old ass idiots like you, will say,
Hey, I'm an old ass idiot.
Yeah, but you're not mean, and you don't tell girls that they're lying.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Vibe check.
Hey, no. Young girls act like that. Young
We're
girls act like
lying.
that.
Women
When
be
really what's
lying.
happening is that a young girl is dealing.
19-year-old.
Yeah, a 19-year-old.
Was tried to get picked up by a 35-year-old.
Yep.
And you know what? You sound like a feminist loser, though, if
Yeah.
I'm just going to interject.
I do.
If
I
you don't know
do.
who
I'll say it
Olivia is,
again.
She's the loser feminist researcher who
Yeah.
spends all her day on Reddit boards and thinks that's research. Okay.
Sorry, guys. I'll take it back.
Yep. Reel it back in.
That was what they said when he's like, oh, they put that soundbite in the middle of the monologue. They did that. He goes, they did that. Fuck no, man.
So dumb.
What we did is par for the course, standard, totally well timed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You guys are trying to dodge the fucking accountability that you put the Amber Heard, you put the sad music, you put the zooming in. That was the problem. Not us making fun of your dumbass soundbite.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing they're saying is, I think there may have been a misunderstanding about their whole big issue with our last video was that we claimed he was laughing at your personal experience.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that may have been a misunderstanding.
Totally.
Yeah.
I still, however, don't really care. Like, I think that what they did sucks.
Yeah, but the point you were making, which they're unwilling to engage with, is that you weren't saying that women never lie. You were saying you're not, which is what they say you said, so that they could reduce it into something that they can easily counter instead of having an actual thought, original thought. What you were saying is that you guys are not equipped to have this conversation to your 99% male audience, because I know there's no women watching that shit.
Yeah.
And you are giving them the wrong idea about accusers and victims of essay. And she's saying, y'all, need to be careful about the messaging and the influence you guys are putting out into the world. She never said nobody ever lies.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what the fuck?
Yeah, I was stating that the conversation that they were choosing to have in that video is unproductive. Like, to platform more stories about girls lying than to platform actual like victims' narratives, that's an unproductive way to move forward in society. I think that that's ridiculous.
That's a nice way to put it, frankly.
Thank you.
But yeah, so like, and maybe just don't do like silly edits over somebody talking genuinely and emotionally about essay.
Thank you. I agree with that sentiment as well.
As a policy, that's probably a good one to follow.
Also, statistics show that many women have experienced sexual assault. So just be sensitive.
Dude, like from what I've heard, it's almost like half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you really want to fucking do that, dude?
Dude,
Half.
it's so privileged to think that a woman hasn't gone through something like that. That's why it's so annoying to me. It's fucked up.
So anyway, that was mine. That was my take on it. I thought their video was lame. That their video sucked. He sent me a tweet before they posted it, being like, "Hey, let's connect before I post our response so we can talk about it." I said, "Okay." So I messaged him, and he sent me some voice notes saying, like, "Just so you know, I just want to clarify that we weren't making fun of Olivia's experience. We were just saying that Amber Heard lied, so saying all women lie isn't true," which, again, she never said. And it's incredible how they distilled it all down to that one point so they could easily refute it, which is something you never said. But anyway, I listened to his voice notes, and I was just taking a moment to think about it. And before I could even respond, they posted this fucking video saying the crew accused us of something evil at 12 a.m. Fucking
Right.
weirdos. Like, why did I didn't expect y'all to rush to your office and quickly film and post it at 12 a.m. I thought I had a moment to think about it. 3 a.m. Whoa. They uploaded that at 3 a.m.?
Well, they're on East Coast time.
Yeah.
What? Dude, you guys that's so pathetic. You guys left your family sleeping at home so y'all could come and post this at 3 a.m. That's nuts.
A little bit.
They look cold too. You can see they're like all bundled up in their new one. You know what I mean? Or is it?
I mean, I think that they're on East Coast time, right? Is Montreal East Coast?
Or they're in Quebec?
Might be Central.
Yeah. I think it is East Coast. We should make sure though before we.
Let's see. Quebec time zone, Eastern Standard Time.
Yep.
Yeah, it's East Coast.
Dude, you guys posted this at 3 a.m.? That's embarrassing. You guys couldn't wait till the morning. You kind of like self-reported by doing that. They're like, we had to get home. It was so evil what they accused us of. I had to get home and get up right away. No, you didn't. Not at 12 a.m., 3 a.m. Could have waited for the
It's
morning.
like their audience isn't watching our show.
Nobody's
Like
watching,
they were clamoring for a response.
and nobody's watching YouTube at 3 a.m. pretty much. So,
Right.
but I was expecting that we'd have a chance to talk, and I thought maybe we could work it out behind the scenes, and we could come to some kind of understanding. But these guys are such content-hungry clout demons that they had to run home, abandon their families, and post a video at 3 a.m. all bundled up in the Quebec winter cold, staying very near to each other to their body warmth could warm them. I know that squeaky ass floor. They ain't got no heater in that bitch.
Burning the witch.
They make it sound like it's just like a shack in the middle of the forest or some shit. But anyway, that's my response. I think it sucks. I think they're lame, and I think that bridge has fully imploded, man. It's
Thank you.
collapsed under its own weight.
I feel very supported. Thank you guys very much.
Yeah, sorry if it seemed I was unsupportive last time. I was forgetting a lot, and I didn't really understand what was going on.
100%
Uh,
understood.
you know. But there that is. So, I mean, that's pretty much it. I think we said it all.
Mhm.
And shout out to,
I mean,
again,
the chat just said I'm watching YouTube at 3 a.m. and then a sad face.
okay, you know, it's, I love our 3 a.m.
Where is it
watchers.
3 a.m. right now? Time zones.
I love our 3 a.m. watchers, but the demographics of times people are watching YouTube, 3 a.m. is not a popular one. All right, Babble and Squeak. There they are. They're back to Babble and Squeak. But, you know, like wanting to build the bridge. I mean, listen, it'd be nice if everybody on YouTube and all their communities didn't fucking hate my guts. That's my feelings when I'm like, hey, maybe we can, you know, like mend some bridges between communities. Like that seems like a good idea. People go, dude, why are you guys not getting new subs? It's because everybody on YouTube, like you guys have noticed, if you're outside of our community anywhere, everyone's just like hates me.
Well, that maybe is a bit of an exaggeration.
I don't
I
give
don't
a
think
fuck
so.
about your feelings.
Yeah.
A lot of the good people like you.
Say what?
A lot of the great people really like you.
The best.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, sorry for, you know, not wanting the whole internet to hate me. I mean, it'd be nice because I feel like there could be an understanding between their audience and us. I feel like there is a bridge there. I feel there's people in their audience that would watch. I mean, I see tons of comments, Dan, of people being like, which is part of the reason I want to talk about it too, is people go, I watch both of them.
Really?
I watch both of you guys, and it sucks to see you guys fighting. Shit like that. Like, I saw tons of comments like that.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, well, maybe there's something we can do here, but no.
Nah.
All right, moving on. We got so much other better stuff to talk about than that. Thank you. Oh, here they are. Yeah, look how cold they are, dude. Preach has got like a damn Siberian
kind of fire.
Siberian out
jacket.
yeah, I
nice
mean,
jacket.
what's the temperature at 3 a.m. in Quebec? You
I
know?
think it's like 20 degrees.
Yeah. You
Definitely
got it.
below freezing.
You got to dress warm for that one, guys. Crazy. All right. Thank you. He goes, there's a reason the whole internet hates you. Yeah, because you fucking go in your videos and lie about shit that we said. For an easy dub, because, you know what I mean? The Ethan hate machine is it's a profitable business, frankly. It does well. All right. Thank you.